You know, here is how big this upcoming Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao bout is going to be. What either of these guys earns on the night of May 2nd will likely be more than any athlete has ever earned in a year and more than most have earned in a lifetime. Consider the purses we are tentatively talking about here. Mayweather, $180 million. Pacquiao, $100 million for one night. And that is just for right now. To the guy behind it all, boxing promoter Bob Arum, who made those figures possible and who stands to make not only boxing but sports history. Talk about pressure. Then again, Arum is the same guy who once worked for the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Southern District of New York in the tax division. So he's very familiar with the tax revenues that'll come out of all of this. Bob, good to have you. Thanks for coming.
Neil, it's a pleasure to be on.
Two things I want to get an update on. Pacquiao and these issues that he's had spasms or something like that. It could get in the way of the fight. What are you hearing?
Well, Manny was having cramping problems with his legs. We called in the people from Job Curlin, the big orthopedic outfit in Los Angeles. They've prescribed a cream which is allowed to be used, and I'm happy to report that the cramps have gone away.
All right, so the fight is still on. The numbers that I referred to at the outset, Bob, are they about right? Could it be more than that?
I mean, it is crazy. Neil, no fight in history has had a gate above 21 million.
Amazing.
That everybody thought was the biggest gate you could have. Now we're in a 16,000-seat arena, and the gate is scaled for $73 million, and people are begging for tickets.
I know. I mean, all of Vegas is sold out, all surrounding hotels. I'm wondering, though, you're a great promoter, but do you ever fear that the hype is getting ahead of the event?
Well, I try to hold back the hype. No, that's the truth.
Right.
Usually, when I promote an event, I go to guys like you, Neil, can you have me on television because I got to promote the event. Not this. I hold back the hype, and I'm only, go on programs, serious programs like yours.
Now, I'm wondering where you see it all going, though, because the state of boxing is such, outside of these guys, there's certainly zero interest in the heavyweight division, or not nearly as much. It wasn't like the days of Holly and Frazier and Foreman and Shavers and all the others. But these guys are not spring chickens. What comes up after them?
Neil, people have to pay attention to what we're doing. Last 2 years, we've been putting on events in the country of China, which only has 1.4 billion people. We get audiences on these telecasts in China of 30 to 40 million homes.
But is that making up then for what's happening in the United States, or is that the future? I hear from people saying Macau is the future, China in general is the future. I mean, they are getting into something that has come and gone here. Or do you agree with that?
Well, I don't think so. I think China will be one of the principal areas for the sport of boxing. Thanks to the Venetian Macau, it's going all over China. In Eastern Europe, we're getting some of the best fighters we've ever seen from Eastern Europe, from Russia, Ukraine, Kazakhstan. And I think in the United States, the interest is beginning to pick up again. Certainly among Mexican Americans, where boxing is one of the major sports. Now, Neil, you have to realize the demographics of this country are changing. So while there has clearly been a fall-off in interest in boxing among the Caucasian population,
right,
that has not been the case with the Hispanics, and not been the case with the African American and the Asian Americans. That group collectively soon to be a majority of the people in the United States.
True enough. I'm wondering, the pay-per-view, which is getting everyone's attention here, that could dwarf all prior numbers, I guess, combined, the way things are going. What are you seeing happening fight night?
I think we're going to hit a number that's certainly over 3 million homes and maybe close to 4 million homes. because I'm judging it based on, for example, the foreign rights, the international rights, have never gone for more than $4 or $5 million, and they've now passed $35 million for deals made. Sponsorship is usually $1 million, $1.5 million, and it's over $11 million today.
Incredible.
So everything, I mean, the interest is tremendous among boxing fans, certainly, but among people who have never even seen a boxing match.
When this is all done, what do you do to top it?
I don't know whether I can do anything further to top it. I'm 83 years old, and my time as a boxing promoter will be limited. I hope not sooner, but later it will be. But I think 15, 20 years from now, there will be an event that will top this. I didn't believe back in '71 when Ali fought Frazier that anything could be bigger than that fight. And look what we have here on May 2nd.
That was a $5 million big unprecedented thing, right?
$5 million.
Yeah.
And we thought Jerry Parenchio and Jack Kent Cooke were crazy for putting up so much money for a fight.
Well, it's incredible. It's a testament to you, Bob. Hope it lives up to the hype. And you're not the one hyping it, but probably I am. All right. Bob Arum, look forward to seeing the fight.
Thank you very much, Neil.
Be well. All right. Well, after the